My name is Angela, and on behalf of urbanyoga.org and for Kristen Olson. And this is, please visit us for any donations, also for props or anything else. You can visit Kristen Olson, urbanyoga.org, and also visit our tip jar. All right, so thank you so much. So let's start with a cross-legged position. We're going to do a nice gentle hatha yoga, hatha being the primary yoga poses that help the body help itself. So if you don't have a block or if you don't have a block, a nice thing to do is to take a nice towel and you can make it into a little block. So when you take that cross-legged position, Padmasana, you just stick it right underneath there. So when you come down on yourself, you got your hip and your knee on the same line, and that gives you just a little bit more uh, comfort on that. So there's no strain on those hips if that's what you prefer. Also, if you have a block, you can do that as well. So you're going to take a nice deep breath through the nostrils, allow the chest to expand, collarbones raise up, bring in as much air as you can, expel as much air as you can all the way out. Now, I like to start with the eye movements. As you open up your eyes, look up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor, and then alternate up and down. Ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor. If you're outside, so it's sky, ground. But anyway, it's up and down. We're just helping to de stress the brain. This helps to get rid of earlier activities so you can concentrate retaining information a little better. Eye movements, though, as you tighten muscles surrounding the eyes, does help to develop eyesight, keep eyesight from deteriorating, and then center and close the eyes. Now, as you open the eyes, a horizontal position, side to side, shifting the eyes side to side. Use as much peripheral side to side vision as you can, just rolling the eyes side to side. Has a nice beauty benefit. Eye movements, again, as you tighten muscles surrounding the eyes, helps to reduce or remove puffiness underneath the eyes, giving a nice round, perky appearance towards the eyes. And then center and close the eyes. Now, as you open the eyes, it's a diagonal move. Upper right corner, lower left corner, guiding the eyes corner to corner, building momentum corner to corner. I always suggest making a habit out of this after you lay your head on the pillow right before you go to sleep at night. That way, when you get up in the morning, you'll see a nice visible difference of your overall eye appearance, round and perky, and reduced or no puffiness underneath the eyes. And then center and close the eyes. As you open the eyes, opposite diagonal, upper left corner, lower right corner, guiding the eyes corner to corner, and then building momentum corner to corner. And then center and close the eyes. Now, as you open the eyes, look up towards the ceiling or the sky, and from a 12 o'clock position, guide the eyes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12, and then repetitive motion all the way around the eye sockets. Try not to cut or skip corners. Go as slow as you need to go just to be able to trace the eye sockets completely around. Eye sockets, or excuse me, eye circles suffice if you're short of time, just doing the circles by their own, with all the benefits we've talked about so far. As you follow the eye sockets around, this helps to perk up areas of the brain that may have been dormant for a while, may have not had any recent attention. Now, as you get to that 12 o'clock position, center and close the eyes. And again, 12 o'clock position counterclockwise, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12, and then again all the way around the eye sockets. Now, this helps to perk up the brain, again, getting rid of earlier activities so you can concentrate, but also this helps to bring both sides of the brains together for deeper and more thoughtful thinking. And if you have a headache from staring at a computer screen or driving long distances, this helps to get rid of that tension from the eyes, from straining the eyes towards the brain, and then center and close the eyes. And then your last movement, eyeballs look down like a grandfather clock, rolling the eyes side to side. Eyeballs looking down. Use as much peripheral side to side vision as you can. Just rolling the eyes side to side. Eyeballs looking down. and then center and close the eyes. Rub the palms together, create heat inside the palms. And when you have enough heat, place those palms over the eyelids and push the palms into the eye sockets. Soothe and soak, penetrate the eyes. As the heat starts to fade, the index finger, the finger next to it, inside top crevice of the eye, stroke over the eyelids a few times. This is helpful in getting rid of excess liquid in the eyelid area, also helping to tone the optical nerve. When you're done, hands to the knees, deep breath through the nostrils. Exhale. Starting with the top of the right rib cage, push it forward and just roll that torso around, just like a hula hoop. Now, this helps to loosen the core muscles so that when we get into some of the other stretches and poses, you'll have that much more range of motion. Specifically, though, from the way the digestive channel starts on the right side, this helps to push food through the intestines for better digestion. And then that helps the peristaltic action on the colon for better regularity. You can do this sitting in a chair as you push forward all the way around, nice and easy, and then at your own range, and 15 times in that one direction. Now, as you center that torso, deep breath through the nostrils. Exhale. Now your left side. Tuck back, opposite direction, all the way around, nice and easy. 15 times in that opposite direction. Now, as you center that torso, deep breath through the nostrils. Exhale. Now, upper body. Bring the arms around one another. Forearms, great. If not, just elbows. Bring the elbows to the middle of the chest. Bring your chin down on the chest. Now, curl forward into a little ball. Resist the two elbows against one another. You want to feel the stretch on the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders. Now, if you want, you can move your head from side to side, feeling the stretch towards the sides of the neck. When you're ready, again, return your chin down to the bottom of the chest. Resist the two elbows and feel that stretch back of the neck, top of the shoulders. Now, without losing that pose, lift up. Elbows down, chin down. Like a pendulum swing, let the elbows point to one side as far as they can go. Keep that chin down. Now use the breath work. Nice, deep, long breaths. Breathing helps to oxygenate the blood, warms the muscle, allows muscle fiber to let go in little increments at a time. And then return your elbows to center and let the elbows point to the other direction. Nice and easy, hold there. Almost like you're trying to lift those elbows up from the rib cage carriage. And then return your elbows to center. Again, elbows to the middle of the chest, bring the chin down, curl forward, resist the two elbows against one another, and then release. Hands to the knees, deep breath through the nostrils. Exhale, bring the arms around the other way. Forearms, great. If not, just elbows. Elbows to the middle of the chest. Bring the chin down. Now curl forward into that little ball. Resist the two elbows against one another. Move the head from side to side if you need to, feeling the stretch on the sides of the neck. Again, return the elbows to the middle of the chest. Bring the chin down. Resist the two elbows against one another. Without losing that pose, lift up, elbows down, chin down. Let the elbows point to one side as far as they can go. Keep the chin down. Use the breath work. Nice, deep, long breaths. And then return to center. Keep the chin down. Let the elbows point to the other direction. Nice and easy. Holding there. And again, like you're trying to lift that rib cage from its carriage. Return to center. Bring the elbows to the middle of the chest, chin down, curl forward, resist the two elbows against one another, and then release. Hands to the knees. Deep breath through the nostrils. Exhale. Bring the legs out, little circulation, just bouncing up and down, getting that blood flow moving. Good. Now, wrinkle the toes, and then roll your ankles around in one direction. Good. Loosen the ankles, loosen the hips. You loosen the hips, you release stress, stiffness, swelling the ankle back around the other way. And then finally, bring your arms up and roll the wrists in one direction. Good. Roll the wrists in the opposite direction. And then finally, push the feet in the palms back and forth, really getting that blood flow moving throughout the body. Now, at your own range, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together towards the groin, bring the palms to the top of the toes, kneecaps towards the floor at your own range. Bend from the waist and the hip, lead with the heart and the forehead little by little. If you're ready, hands around the feet like you're trying to open the feet up like a book. Bring the kneecaps a little further, bring the forehead a little closer. Now, inner thighs and hip flexors, just nice and easy, breathe into it. And then slowly release. Now, depending on the health of your knee, you can bring the leg out sideways. You can bring it in a little closer, all the way back towards the buttock muscle. Swing the other leg over, foot is either flat, ankle against the side of the thigh, or sit right into it, pushing that hamstring and hip towards the floor. This is not an easy pose. This is a little uncomfortable, but extremely valuable. One of the main reasons for hip replacement is the two largest bones, your femur and your hip. That there's a little flexor between the two of them, and it shrinks as we age if we don't engage it, if we don't engage in any type of yoga or stretching type poses towards the body. Over time, the little flexor gets flatter and flatter, the bones push up against one another, the friction causes deterioration, and again, one of the main reasons for hip replacement. So this is one of the reasons it's a little uncomfortable, but extremely valuable. So nice and easy, just breathe right into it, and as the time goes by, it gets a little easier. Now, your upper body, only if you're ready. Bring the palm to the elbow, stretch the arm to the side, let the wrist go limp, bring the chin down. Now, you can maintain here, you can bend at that elbow and stretch the arm towards the back. You can maintain here or bring the arm behind, fingertips towards one another, eventually linking the fingers to one another, holding there. And now you want to roll your shoulder back, bring your chin down. Now, I didn't mention any props in the beginning, but if you do have a strap, it doesn't have to be fancy or elaborate. Just pick up the strap or the bathrobe tie or the scarf, bring it behind you, reach back, and then inch one palm at a time towards one another, and then stretch there. So consider gravity, just pushing back in the opposite direction from what gravity pushes against. Just holding there, nice and easy. And then slowly release. Okay, exchanging legs. Bring the leg out to the side, depending on the health of your knee, scooch it in all the way back towards the buttock muscle. Swing the other leg over, foot is either flat, ankle against the side of the thigh, kind of pushing that hamstring and hip towards the floor, or sitting right into it, pushing that hamstring and hip towards the floor. Now, as a nice added benefit, if you're in a chair and or around the house, you can sit in a chair and put the leg up sideways like that, and then kind of push down a little bit, and that'll give you a nice stretch as well on those hip flexors when you're not doing your regular yoga practice. So nice and easy, just stretching there, breathing into it. Good. Now there's a 15-second threshold on a stretch. What that means is as you go along with your practice of stretching or yoga poses, the body needs to know that it's safe to stretch. So it does need about 15 seconds to register that stretch. As you gain momentum and gain range of motion, your body will go a little bit further, but the muscle still needs to know that it's safe to stretch in that direction. So your best benefit out of any stretch is a 15-second threshold or beyond. Now your upper body, once again, opposite palm to the elbow, stretch the arm to the side, let the wrist go limp. And again, you can maintain here, or you can bend at that elbow and stretch the arm to the back. You can maintain here, or take it a little bit further, bring that arm behind, fingertips towards one another, or linking the fingers to one another. Keep the chin down, roll the shoulder back. Good, nice and easy, holding there. And again, if you have that strap or scarf or belt, just pick it up, reach back, and then inch one palm at a time towards one another from that strap, holding there. Now, again, push that shoulder back, bring that chin down, and then slowly release. Now, come into a tabletop. Bring your knees right underneath your hips and your palms right underneath your shoulders. Good. Stick that tush out a little bit. Now, turn your torso to one side. Look back at your foot. Hold that gaze on the foot, low back, waist, and hip. Back to center. Turn that torso to the opposite direction and look back at the foot, holding that gaze on the foot. Low back, waist, and hip. And then return to center. Now let's roll the spine to the ceiling or the sky like a Halloween cat. Bring your chin all the way down on your chest. Exhale through the mouth, push the tush out, lift the head up, push the chest out and roll the head back. Inhale through the nostrils, roll in. Exhale through the mouth, stretch out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Good. Now roll. Now bring that forehead all the way down on the ground, on the floor. Lift up your arms. Now you can keep the arms long and rotate the shoulder cuff. Roll the shoulders up, roll the shoulders down. If you're so inclined, lace the fingers or one palm to the wrist and roll the shoulders up towards the sky, down towards the ground, up and down. Good. Up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor, just alternating up and down. And then lower down. Good. Now, as you come down on one elbow, down on the floor, the other elbow to follow, stay on your knees. Lift up one leg. Good. Lean back on that thigh like someone's pulling on that big toe. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. Lift it. Good. Wrinkle those toes. Roll the ankle around. Roll the ankle opposite direction. Push the foot back and forth like you're pumping on a pedal. And then lower that knee down. Stretch the other leg out. Lean back on that thigh like someone's pulling on that big toe. Lift it up. Good. Wrinkle those toes. Roll the ankle around, opposite direction. Good. Push the foot back and forth like you're pumping on a pedal. Good. Lower that knee down. Again, the other leg now. Stretch it out again. Stretch it out like someone's pulling on that big toe. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. Lift it. Now bend the knee. Now roll the hip to the back side. Use the dead weight of the bent knee, rolling the hip to the side. Now use the breath work like you're breathing all the way down to the abdominal core. So you merge that stretch on the low back, waist, and hip. Hold there, and if you want, wrinkle those toes, roll the ankle around. Remember, loosen the ankles, loosen the hips, release stress, stiffness, swelling in the ankles. And then return that hip to center, lower that knee down. Stretch the other leg out, lean back on that thigh, stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, lift it. Good. Wrinkle those toes, roll the ankle, bend the knee, roll the hip to the back side. Use that dead weight of the bent knee. Use the breath work like you're breathing all the way down to the abdominal core. And return that hip to center, lower that leg down. Now, as you come up on the palms in that tabletop position, give yourself a little room, come up to the end of that mat. Now bring one leg over the calf and just slide that leg back. Stretch the arms out, bring the forehead down. Try to release the body's weight over the bent knee. In other words, use the dead weight to help stretch that hamstring and hip. As you lean over that thigh at your own range, you're helping to stretch the spine on the vertebra as you lean over that thigh. Now your back leg, curl the toes under, lift up, come back to that tabletop, knees underneath hips, palms underneath shoulders. Bring the other leg over that calf and then slide that leg back. Stretch the arms out. Bring the forehead down. Try to release the body's weight over that bent knee. Just let it go limp. Use that dead weight to help stretch that hamstring and hip. Nice and easy, stretching there. And then that back leg, curl the toes under, lift up, come back to that tabletop. Good. Now come on down to the side and come down on, stretch your arm above your head and rest your head on your arm. Put a little bend on those knees. And in a shoulder rotation, palm faces down over that thigh. It's a repetitive motion as you sweep the arm forward, stretch the arm up parallel over the head, over the ear, roll the arm back at your own range, and then sweep it down over that thigh. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, and bring it down. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, and bring it down. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, bring it down, sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, and bring it down. Now let's reverse. Palm faces down, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back. Good. Stretch it up, parallel over the head, over the ear. Sweep it forward over the floor. Bring it down over the thigh. Arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back. Stretch it up, sweep it forward. Bring it down, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back. Stretch it up, sweep it forward. Bring it down, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back. Stretch it up, sweep it forward, bring it down, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back, stretch it up, sweep it forward, and bring it down. That top leg lifted up, lift that leg up, palm around the calf or thigh, index finger and thumb around the big toe if you're so inclined, and then little by little try to take the bend out of that knee, the leg on the ground. Now, you can always keep a little bend for the stability, but little by little try to take the bend out of that knee. Good. Lift that leg up. Hold there. Stretch there. And again, if you want, you're down. You can come down here too, or up here, whatever you prefer, whatever's good for you. Good. Now, if you haven't already, just bring your palm down towards your calf, your thigh. Lift that leg up a little bit more. Again, wrinkle those toes. Roll the ankle around. Good. Push the foot back and forth like you're pumping on a pedal. Lift that leg up just a little bit more, and then lower that leg down. Now hover over the other leg a couple of inches and bring your palm on the ground in front of the chest. That's your stability. Now roll forward. Now make a circle with your legs. Circle one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one. Now go back in the opposite direction. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one. Bend that knee behind you. Now either put your palm on your thigh and roll your shoulder back and bring your chin down, or if you're so inclined, reach back, toes in, step ankle, hold on. Bring your chin down. Just try to push that thigh in the opposite direction from what gravity pushes against. Feel the stretch all the way up to the top of that hip and buttock muscle. Hold there, stretch there. Again, try to roll your shoulder back a little bit too. And again, you can start here and just push back there, or hold here, stretch there. Now, as you keep the bend on your knee, lift it to the chest, arm over your shin or underneath the knee, depending on the health of your knee. Squeeze that thigh to the chest. Again, wrinkle those toes, roll the ankle around, push the foot back and forth like you're pumping on a pedal. Good. Now keep the bend on the knee. Bring that palm on the floor in front of the chest and slide your thigh back. Keep your knee bent and slide your thigh forward. Slide the thigh back, bring the knee 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 forward. Bottom leg, bend it up so when you bring that top thigh down, both knees match. And then lift that thigh up and stretch. And then bring it down, lift it up and stretch, and then bring it down, lift it up and stretch, and then bring it down, lift it up and stretch, bring it down. Good. Two more. Lift it up and stretch, bring it down. Last one. Lift it up and stretch, and down. Good. Slide the legs down, roll over on the other side. Good. Now I'm going to change sides so that you can see me when I'm coming, talking towards the microphone. So as you bend those knees, put a little bend, bring your palm. Let's start with the upper body on the other side now. Bring the palm facing down over that thigh. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, and bring it down. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, bring it down. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, bring it down. Sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, bring it down, sweep it forward, stretch it up, roll it back, and bring it down. Let's reverse. Palm faces down over that thigh, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back, stretch it up, sweep it forward, Bring it down, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back, stretch it up, sweep it forward, bring it down, arm rolls back, palm faces up, roll it back, stretch it up, sweep it forward, bring it down, good. Roll it back, arm, palm faces up, roll it back, stretch it up, sweep it forward, and bring it down. That top leg lifted up, lift that leg up, palm around the calf or thigh, whatever's good, or index finger and thumb around the big toe. That would be your choice, whatever's best. Now, little by little, that leg on the floor, try to take the bend out of the knee. You can always keep a little bend, but try to take the bend out of that knee for your stability. Good, lift that leg up, hold there. And then if you haven't already, slide that palm towards the calf or thigh, lift it up a little bit more, wrinkle those toes, roll the ankle around. Good, opposite direction. And then push the foot back and forth like you're pumping on a pedal. Lift that leg up just a little bit more, and then lower that leg down. Hover over the other leg a couple of inches, palm on the ground in front of the chest, and make a circle. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go back in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend that knee behind you. Palm on your thigh. Push it back or reach back, toes in, step ankle. Hold on. Bring your chin down. Roll your shoulder back. Good. Try to push back, but gravity pushes against. Feel that thigh all the way to the top of that hip, pelvis and hip and buttock muscle. Hold there. Stretch there. Breathe into it. Good. Now keep the bend on the knee and bring it to the chest. Arm over the shin or underneath the knee, depending on the health of your knee. Squeeze that thigh to the chest. Again, wrinkle those toes. Roll the ankle around. Push the foot back and forth like you're pumping on a pedal. Good. Now keep that bend on the knee. Bring the palm on the floor in front of the chest, and then slide your thigh back with a bent knee and slide your thigh forward. Slide the thigh back. Bring the knee 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 forward. One more. Slide the thigh back. Bring the knee forward. Hold that position. The leg on the ground. Just slide it up. So when you bring that top thigh down, both knees match, and then just lift your thigh up and stretch and bring it down. Good. Lift it up and stretch and bring it down. Good. Lift it up and stretch. Bring it down. Good. Lift it up and stretch and bring it down. Good. One more. Lift it up and stretch and bring it down. Good. Slide both legs down. Now roll over on the abdominal cord. Now the consideration is to just push back with gravity pushes against. So we want to create some polarity for the spine. So as you, depending on your shoulders, you can bring the arms out to the side or alongside the torso or above the head. Bring your chin down. Now we're just going to lift all the limbs from the floor like we're flying through the air, balancing on the abdominal cord. So as you bring your chin down, take a deep breath and I'll guide you through it. As you expel the breath, point the toes, stiffen the thighs, arms, chest, head follows up to your best plateau. Take a deep breath. Lower down without losing that pose. Chin makes contact with the floor. Deep breath and exhale. And again, bring that chin down. Take a deep breath. As you expel the breath, point the toes, stiffen the thighs, arms, chest, head follows up to your best plateau. Take a deep breath. Lower down without losing that pose. One more time. Chin is on the floor. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And one more time. Here we go. Bring that chin down. Take a deep breath. Expel the breath, point the toes, stiffen the thighs, arms, chest, head follows up to your best plateau. Take a deep breath, lower down. Now bend at your elbows and turn your head to one direction. Now the leg on the opposite side from where the face is turned, bend the knee, point the toe, lift your thigh up and roll towards the back side. Use the dead weight of the bent knee, rolling the hip towards the side. Hold there, stretch there, breathe into it. And then return that hip to center, unbend that knee, lower that leg down, turn your head to the other direction, Leg on the opposite side, bend the knee, point the toe, lift your thigh up, and roll towards the back side. Stretch there, hold there. Return that hip to center, unbend that knee, lower that leg down. Now, in a cobra, we're going to bring the palms to the chest level. Now, legs are spaced comfortably apart, whatever you prefer. So we're just going to lift from the floor and just going to bend that spine back just a little bit. So as you look down, take a deep breath. As you expel the breath, push your palms into the ground. Unbend the elbows all the way, best of your ability. Unbend the elbows all the way, best of your ability. Push the chest out, roll the head back. Now try to stretch those shoulders away from the neck. Use the weight of that torso pulling towards the floor or the ground. Holding there, stretching there. Hold there. Take a deep breath and then lower down vertebra by vertebra without losing the pose. Chin makes contact with the floor. Deep breath and exhale. Now only if you're ready. You want a little deeper stretch against that pelvis and lower spine. Scoot your palms back just an inch or two. If not, you can repeat here or scoot them back just a little bit better, more. As you look down, take a deep breath. Expel the breath. Push the palms into the ground. Unbend the elbows all the way, best of your ability. Push the chest out. Roll the head back. Try to stretch those shoulders away from the neck. Use the weight of that torso pulling towards the floor. Take a deep breath. And then lower down, vertebra by vertebra. Chin makes contact with the floor, deep breath and exhale. Now here's a nice modification as well, but it's actually extremely helpful in stretching and getting a stretch on the shoulder blades and the middle of the spine. So bring, like a sphinx, you want to bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders with your palms down. And then as you look down towards the ground or floor, take a deep breath. As you expel the breath, lift your chest up, stay on your elbows, push your chest out. Now as you push your elbows into the ground or floor, try to squeeze the shoulder blades together as you push those elbows into the ground or floor. Push the chest out, roll the head back. You're going to feel that stretch all the way down on the sides of the back, the middle of the back. Take a deep breath and then lower down without losing that pose. Chin makes contact. Take a deep breath. Exhale, and again, as you lift up, good, keep your elbows down on the floor, push the chest out, roll the head back, good, stretch there, squeeze, now push those elbows into the ground, into the floor, and squeeze the shoulders together. Take a deep breath, and then as you lower down, good, scoot your palms back towards the rib cage, push into the floor, lift up, crouch down, stretch out, little comfort on that low spine from that back bending. And nice and easy. Come on down to the side. Come down on the back. Now bring your knees up to your chest and bring your arms around the shins and just rock side to side. Again, just depending on the health of your knees, just rock side to side. Give a little comfort on that low spine. Good, nice massage there. Now, as you put your hands on your kneecaps, make circles on the ceiling or the sky and make those circles all the way around. Now, this is very helpful before you leave bed in the morning. This stretches the hip flexors. This releases a lot of strain on the low spine because that area of the body that sinks into the mattress the most needs that good stretch just to release that tension on that low spine. If you go in one direction, drop it down, retrace the circle in the opposite direction. Good. As you center, squeeze the thighs to the chest, rock side to side, nice and easy. Okay. Now, bring the arms underneath your knees, lift up your head and bring your chin down and just rock up and down. You want to feel the arms stretch away from the shoulders. You want to feel the stretch on the back of the neck of the shoulders. Again, we're going to create polarity for the strength of the body, for the front, as much as what you stretch towards the spine. As you move forward like this helps to move fluids through the spine, synovial fluids helping to coat the joints, also creates distance on the vertebra. Distance on the vertebra creates better alignment. Better alignment creates better health. So as you roll up and down, and then there's sometimes if you just want to use a couple of poses to help strengthen that spine. And then when you're ready, you're going to lower down. Good. Stretch there. Squeeze the thighs to the chest. Lift up your legs. Lift the legs out nice and wide. Palms, calf, or thighs, or index finger and thumb around the big toes. That'd be your choice. Push the legs out to the side. Good. Stretch there. Hold there. Again, if you haven't already, slide the palms towards the calf or thighs. Push the legs out just a little bit more. Wrinkle those toes. Roll the ankles around. Good. Finally, push the feet back and forth, pumping on a pedal. Now, as you keep those legs spread apart, bring your arms on the ground out to the floor and bend at those knees and lower the feet to the floor like a V. Good. Bring the arms again out to the side. Now just roll to the left. Allow the thighs just to fall to the floor. Just release the body's weight from the waist down. Just let it go limp. Now raise your arms over the head down on the ground or the floor and stretch your arms away from the middle of the waist. Good. Stretch there. Hold there. Breathe into it. Again, just use that dead weight from the lower part of the body. Just let it go limp. And then bring your arms out to the side, return the knees to center, hold that position, roll all the way to the other direction, raise the arms over the head. Now just release the body's weight from the waist down, just let it go limp. Arms down on the ground, but above the head. Try to stretch the arms away from the middle of the waist. From the waist down, let that body go limp. Bring the arms out to the side, return the knees, and then lift your thighs up to the chest. Squeeze the thighs to the chest, arms over the shin or underneath the knee, depending on the health of your knees. Squeeze the thighs, rock side to side. Nice spinal massage. Now, as you keep your legs together, lower the feet to the floor, legs together, arms on the ground out to the side. Right leg, right leg, right leg over the left. Roll all the way to the left. Allow the thighs just to fall to the floor. Just release the body's weight. Release the body's weight from the waist down. Raise the arms over the head, down on the ground, and try to stretch the arms away from the middle of the waist. From the waist down, let that body go limp. Bring the arms out to the side. Return the knees. Roll to the other direction. Allow the thighs just to fall towards the ground. Just release the body's weight. Raise the arms over the head. Suck the stomach in. Try to stretch the arms away from the middle of the waist. From the waist down, let that body go limp. And then bring the arms out to the side. Return the knees. Good. Hold that. Now, holding that position, just lift that leg up. Hold there. Good. Stretch there. Now, just kind of squeeze those thighs to the chest, nice and easy. And then lower that foot down. Now, that top leg, that's your right leg. Slide it out. So now it's sitting right below that right thigh, that left thigh, like a figure four. Arms on the ground out to the side. Now, your foot down on the floor, that's your left foot lifted up. Now bring that left arm underneath that left thigh. Same leg, same arm underneath that thigh. Hold there. Now, right palm, right bent knee. Same palm, same side. Push that palm against that bent knee. In other words, try to push that thigh away from the hip. Try to stretch the lower part of the body away from the center of the body. Now, a deeper stretch if you want, make a fist. So the arm is longer, using the knuckles, pushing the knuckles against that bent knee. Or not, holding there, stretching there. Breathe into it. And release. Without losing that pose, you're going to take that right arm, bring it between those two thighs, wrap it around that left thigh, right through that little donut hole, and then wrap the arms around your left thigh. Lift your thighs up, lift your head up, try to bring both sides of the body towards the center. Good. Wrinkle those toes, roll the ankles around. Good. Try to come a little closer. You want to feel that stretch on the hamstring on the leg on top. Now, as you lower the head down, keep your head down on the ground. You're going to use it as dead weight. Make a circle. Let the arms stretch away from the shoulders. Feel the stretch towards the back of the neck and shoulders. Now, as you make those circles, you're massaging the hips a little bit on the ground, but also let the arms Feel that stretch towards the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders as you drag that upper body dead weight all the way around in that circle, going at your own range. Now, as you center, drop it down, retrace the circle in the opposite direction. If you go in one direction, go in the opposite direction. You stretch one side of the body, stretch the other as well. You want to create polarity on both sides of the body, either sides of the body. Now, as you center, again, lift your thighs up, lift your head up. Try to bring both sides of the body towards the center. Now, as you lower your head down, don't lose that pose, but slip that right arm back out of that donut hole and bring that right palm again to the inner thigh and push it out to the side. Again, try to stretch the lower part of the body away from the center of the body. And again, if you want, make that fist, use the knuckles, push the knuckles against that bent knee and stretch there. And then release. Good. Lower that leg down. Knees are bent. Feet are flat. Legs together side by side. Arms on the ground out to the side. Left leg, left leg, left leg over the right. Now roll all the way to the right. Allow the thighs just to fall to the floor. Just release the body's weight from the waist down. Raise the arms over the head down on the floor. Suck the stomach in. And then try to stretch the arms away from the middle of the waist. From the waist down, just let the body go limp. Bring the arms out to the side, return the knees to center, roll to the other direction, allow the thighs just to fall towards the floor, release the body's weight from the waist down, let it go limp, raise the arms over the head, suck the stomach in, the arms down on the floor, and then try to stretch the arms away from the middle of the waist, from the waist down, let that body go limp. And then arms out to the side, return the knees. Now hold that position. Just lift your thighs up to the chest. Hands on the shins or knees. Squeeze the knees to the chest. Nice and easy. Wrinkle those toes. Roll the ankles around. Good. Push the feet back and forth, pumping on a pedal. Now lower down, but don't lose that pose. That top leg, that's your left leg. Slide it out. So now that ankle's sitting right below that right thigh, like a figure 4 on the lower part of the body. Bring your arms out to the ground, out to the side, and your foot down on the floor. That's your right foot. Lift it up. Now bring your right arm underneath that right thigh. Same leg, same arm underneath. Hold there. And then you got that left knee sticking out to the side. Left palm, left bent knee. Same palm, same side. Push that palm against that bent knee. Try to unbend that elbow all the way, best of your ability. And in other words, you want to stretch the lower part of the body away from the center of the body. Stretch the thigh away from the hip. Stretching there. And a deeper stretch again as an alternative. You can make a fist, arm is longer, use the knuckles, push the knuckles against that bent knee or inner thigh and stretch there. Or not, you can just use that palm. That would be your choice. Hold there. Breathe into it. And then slowly release. Now, that left arm, bring it between the two thighs, that little donut hole, and then wrap both arms around your right thigh. Lift your thighs up, lift your head up. Try to bring both sides of the body towards the center. You want to feel that stretch on the hamstring on the leg on top. Now, as you lower that head down, hold that position. You're going to use the upper body as dead weight. Make a circle all the way around. Let the arms stretch away from the shoulders. Feel the stretch on the back of the neck and shoulders as you drag that upper body weight all the way around in that circle. The hips get a little massage as you make that circle all the way around. And then center, drop it down, retrace the circle in the opposite direction. As you center, again, lift your thighs up, lift your head up, try to bring both sides of the body towards the center. Now you may feel a deeper stretch on the top of that that leg on top, the hamstring there, stretching there, coming just a little bit closer. And then release. Hold the position and just slip that left arm out. Again, left palm, left bent knee, same palm, same side. Push that palm against the bent knee. Try to unbend that elbow all the way, nice and easy, stretching there. And then nice and easy, lower down, one leg at a time, no strain on that low spine, the other leg to follow. Now raise the arms over the head and try to stretch either sides of the body away from the middle of the waist. Stretching, 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 stretching. Now bring the arms down, palms face up, breathe through the nostrils, chest expands. Now we're going to prompt the nervous system into a deeper sense of calm. Starting with your left leg, you're going to lift it up and point your toe and stiffen your thigh. Stretch it out like someone's pulling on that big toe. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. Hold it there. Take a deep breath and hold it. On the exhalation of the breath, you're going to allow the leg to fall to the floor, prompting that nervous and rolling it side to side, prompting that nervous system into that deeper sense of calm. We're going to do this with all the limbs. So again, start with the left leg, point the toe, stiffen the thigh, stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, lift it, hold it, keep stretching, take a deep breath and hold it. On the exhale, let go now. Roll that leg side to side. Good. Other leg now. Point the toe, stiffen the thigh, stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, lift it, hold it. Keep stretching. Take a deep breath and hold it. On the exhale, let go now. Roll that leg side to side. Good. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Pelvis raises a little, some pressure on the ankles and heels, but start contracting the buttock muscles. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Take a deep breath and hold it. On the exhale, let go now. Roll that torso side to side. Good. Left arm, stretch it down away from the underarm cavity, hovering from the floor just an inch or two, like someone's pulling on the middle finger. Keep stretching, stretching, stretching. Make a fist, let go, make another fist. Keep stretching, take a deep breath and hold it. On the exhale, let go now. Roll that arm side to side. Good. Other arm, stretch it down away from the underarm cavity, stretching like someone's pulling on that middle finger. Keep stretching, stretching, stretching. Make a fist, let go, make another fist. Keep stretching, take a deep breath and hold it. On the exhale, let go now. Roll that arm side to side. Attention now towards the shoulders. Bring your shoulders up to the ears like a shrug and then release. Push your shoulders down away from the ears towards the thighs and then release. Now bring your shoulders up on top of the chest as if to touch shoulder to shoulder and then release. Now bring your shoulders behind you as if to touch shoulder blade to shoulder blade, rolling the shoulders back and then release. Now roll your head side to side, deep breaths to the bottom of the lungs. And then bring the head back to the central neutral position. Try to bring all the muscles to the tip of the nose to make a prune face. And then release. Again, and release. One more, and release. Good. Now palms face up, legs spaced comfortably apart. Breathe through the nostrils, chest expands, collarbones raise up. Bring in as much air as you can, expel as much air as you can all the way out. You're bringing in 7 times more the amount of oxygen you would normally bring in from just regular or shallow breathing. Now, as you breathe deeply, release stress or tension towards the center of the body. And we're going to take a nice guided mental scan of the body, starting with the toes, working your way up to the feet, ankles, shins, calves, the back of the knees, kneecaps, bottom of the thighs, top of the thighs, groin, waist, hips, buttock muscles, the back of the legs and hamstrings, allowing the lower half of the body just to sink and to relax and to release itself right into the surface of that ground or floor. From the last vertebra at the bottom of the spine, work your way up one vertebra at a time towards the low back region, up a little further at the waistline, rib cage, shoulder blades, all the way up to the last vertebra inside the skull, tracing the base of the neck and around the ears, the back of the head, top of the head, forehead, down the face, chin, neck, allowing the back side of the body just to sink and to relax and to release itself right into that surface. From the tops of the shoulders, moving down over the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, palms, the underside of the wrists, all the way back underneath the arms towards the under armpits, allowing the arms just to sink and to relax and to release themselves right into that surface. From the tops of the shoulders moving down over the chest and torso, totally saturating the lungs, bringing in as much air as you can, expelling as much air as you can all the way out. Now, at the bottom of the lungs, where the sternum meet 2 inches down, is that third chakra, that powerhouse of determination, willpower, gut feeling, all the energy that you've been renewing through these poses. This is a good time now to send a nice, positive message to yourself, renewing goals, future accomplishments, anything else that you'd like to foresee have happen in your life and future. Take the time to visualize those thoughts happening, allowing now the breath just to come and go without really having to pay much attention to it. Now allowing the thoughts just to come and go. Become a silent witness to your mind's thoughts. As the body lies completely relaxed and the mind alert, take this time to rest and to rejuvenate the spirit. Now awaken the senses and just turn to the left side and rest there until you're ready to come to the seated position. Take your time. Good. Now, as you start to come up, again, just bring in as much air as you can, expel as much air as you can all the way out. Again, allow that chest to expand, collarbones raise up, expel that breath all the way out. Now you can bring down the blood pressure with as few as 5 good deep breaths like this, just allowing that chest to expand, collarbones raising up and then expelling that breath out. Again, it's just as important to get all the old oxygen out as it is to get new oxygen in. Yeah. To end our session, we're going to do a couple of ohms. Ohms said to have been the sound of the universe when it began. What it does for us is when we use the enunciation of on ohm, it vibrates the roof of the mouth, helping to stimulate the pituitary gland hanging between the two brains, which helps to release growth hormone, keeping the body young and vital. So we're going to inhale for ohm with the enunciation of on ohm. So holding that ohm and letting it penetrate inside that brain. So inhaling for Om. Again, inhaling for Om. One more time, inhaling for Om. Namaste. I see the light in you like you see the light in me. Thank you so much.